What is going on, Pats Nation? It's your boy Colby, also known as Patriots Global, back here with another game day live stream, guys. So we're a little bit late. Excuse me on that. Still 10 minutes left in the first quarter. Not really much happened. First offensive drive here for the 49ers. Patriots got the ball first, and they drive down the field. They get to about the halfway mark. They get past the 50. They look like they're going to go for it. Then they don't. Then they punt. It was going to be on a 4th and 3, and Bryce Behringer with a really good season and Brendan Schooler coming, and they down it at about the 7-yard line. So that's where San Fransisco is going to be taking over. First play here for the 49ers, and looks like they give a pass to Debo. Or not a pass, but a run opportunity here to Debo. One of the big things for the Patriots offensively in this game is going to be running the football, right? The 49ers aren't very good against the run right now, more specifically up the middle. They're missing Javon Hargrave in this game, and really for the entire season, they lost him last week. So that's going to hurt them even more. This is going to be a big Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson game, running the ball up the middle of that offensive line through the middle of the defensive line for the 49ers. But let's see what they do. They're going to run the ball here and get stopped at the line, potentially behind. We'll have to see what they call this. That's going to bring up 3rd down here already for the 49ers offense, and looks like they might have a guy down. Is he getting up? Let's see. By the way, too, one big thing to remember is they are getting a lot of pieces back, guys. The 49ers, they're getting a lot of pieces back. They have Trent Williams back into the mix. They got Deebo Samuel back into the mix. They got George Kittle healthy. They got Brock Purdy healthy. Like, this is the healthiest that we have seen the 49ers since week 1, and it looks like David Andrews is banged up. He's heading off to the locker room. Not a good sign for the Patriots. I'm not even sure who their backup center is at this point. I think it's Nick Leverett. I think that's who we're talking about at this point, being their backup center here. But looks like David Andrews is going to the locker room. Kind of was on the injury report earlier this week. I believe it was a back injury he was dealing with. Don't quote me on that, though. And then he was also dealing with a little bit of just rest, some veteran rest earlier on. So one drive here offensively, and it looks like he's going to the locker room. The Jets lost! No way! No way the Jets lost! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yo, no way! Did the Jets really lose? No way! They lost to the Broncos, bro! Oh my God, dude. Literally, the Jets Super Bowl was beating the Patriots. The Jets Super Bowl is beating the Patriots. That's so embarrassing. Oh my God, bro. I told you, they barely beat the Titans, who are a bottom tier team. They couldn't beat the Patriots, who might be a worse team than the Titans. Or no, they did. That's both of the teams they beat. And then the Broncos, who are middle, I don't want to say middle of the pack. They're lower to the pack to maybe a little bit, rising up in the middle of the pack, and they still couldn't do it. The Jets ain't for real, dog. Stop the cap. But the 49ers are going to give another run here. Is this to Debo? Yeah, they give another run here to Debo. Debo in his first game back for the 49ers is getting a lot of run already. By the way, guys, we are playing the Locker app. Thankfully, it didn't have an issue this time around. It's not blurry. So make sure you guys go ahead and download the the Locker app rather. Link in the description box below to get it. $25 buy-in. You guys go ahead and you look it up. You look up Patriots Official League. And oh no, Brandon Ayuk with a big gain. And I'm going to be curious to see who is in coverage there. But I had Brandon Ayuk for under 50 yards in this game. He's going up against Jonathan Jones. And it looks like they're playing zone coverage here. And somehow nobody's covering. It goes from Jonathan Jones off to Kyle Duggar. Kyle Duggar takes the man deep. And then Jelani Tavai looks like he's on Brandon Ayuk. Don't like it. I understand why they're playing zone here. It does make sense just because of all the pieces they have offensively. Really good running game. That's why. And not to mention Brock Purdy has some, missed tackle. But Brock Purdy has some mobility to him too. That's why you're playing zone. If you play man-to-man, then there's not enough people to account for the running game. There's not enough people to account if Brock Purdy gets outside the pocket and starts scrambling. So that's kind of the reason for that. But Jordan Mason should have been stopped behind the line of scrimmage on that play. And I didn't see who it was with the missed tackle here, but all right, well, those big plays, that's not what you need. The 49ers are already in Patriots territory, just past the 25. Brock Purdy is going to drop back. He's going to pass to Peppers in coverage. See who he passed to. Let's see. So he was going to, who's that? Jawan Jennings? No, that's Debo, or not Debo. That's not even Ayuk. I don't know who 18 is. But Peppers with a really good play there defensively, knocks the ball away. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. But yeah, guys, the Locker app is really cool. So I predicted on this drive for the 49ers that Brock Purdy was going to have the most yards. And if Brock Purdy does have the most yards, then, you know, I get points. And I took Brock Purdy because I wanted to get the extra points. He obviously was the least expected to get the most amount of rushing yards. So because he was the least likely, if Brock Purdy does get the most rushing yards on this drive, I get significantly more points. But that's the fun in the game. So, you know, for this drive, the question was, who will have the most rushing attempts during the 49ers' next drive? Is it going to be Jordan Mason or is it going to be Brock Purdy? I took the upset with Brock Purdy here. If I'm right, I'm going to get points. And those points come together. And then at the end of the season, after we play every single game on Locker, all of the points come together. And those who place within the top 10 get real money. First place is $100-some. Second place is $100-some. So it's a really, really cool app. Now, you guys did miss your opportunity to get in for free. Locker may or may not give more opportunities for that down the road. We just have to see. But nonetheless, make sure you guys get in now. Play with me. Play with the rest of Pat's Nation. $25 buy-in right now. And it's a really fun and interactive game for all the Patriots live games this season. Brock Purdy with an attempt here. Gets outside the pocket. Looks like he picked up the first, and he does. All right. Dude, I still can't believe that the Jets lost. I got to tweet this out real quick. Told y'all that was the hashtag Jets Super Bowl. Wasn't clowning, just telling the truth. All right, let's see. 2nd and 9 here. 49ers are knocking on the door. They're already in field goal position. Let's see what they do here on a 2nd and 9. Patriots send a really, really good blitz up the middle. And Brock Purdy just can't handle it. Looks like he goes out to Jawan Jennings. Marcus Jones is on Jawan Jennings, by the way. I don't like that. Jawan Jennings is 6'3". Marcus Jones is 5'8", 5'10". At some point, that matchup is going to kill him. But, you know, nonetheless, thank God that Patriots were able to get pressure there. And Brock Purdy off platform makes a throw that was just off target. Understandably so. But, all right, that's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Remember, bend but don't break. This defense might not be perfect, but bend but don't break. If you're going to allow points to this 49ers team, allow it to be field goals. Don't let them get into the end zone. And what do the Patriots do? They're going to, Brock Purdy's under pressure. Brock Purdy's going to run. Brock Purdy's going to pass. And, he gets it to George Kittle. Great play by the Niners there, dude. Great play by the Niners. That really wasn't on the Patriots. The Patriots sent a really good blitz package. Brock Purdy should have been sacked there. He's able to bounce around the pocket, somehow gets out of the pressure, extends the play. Jalen Hawkins was on George Kittle, and George Kittle just had at least 5 seconds to run around and get open. Brock Purdy throws on the run once he gets outside the pocket, and they convert on 3rd down. Really, really great play there by the 49ers. Schemed up right by the Patriots, but Again, when an offensive player is just perfect, like, there's not really much you can do. Let's see. They give the ball off to Jordan Mason here. He's going to get a couple. It's going to be tough for the Patriots to keep them out of the end zone here. But let's see. Brock Purdy really, really, really underrated for what he can do outside of the pocket and dancing around. All right, that's going to be a 3rd and goal now. Brock Purdy, let's see. Looks like this was Gonzo in coverage. Brock Purdy goes out here. And wow, Christian Gonzalez with just a textbook tackle on Deebo Samuel here. I mean, that was a great play by Christian Gonzalez to keep Deebo out of the end zone. And that's why Gonzo's one of the best in the NFL at the cornerback position. Wasn't even his man and still came up and made a play. All right, Brandon Ayuk here on the outside. Brock Purdy's going to drop back, and he is going to pass and give an opportunity to Jawan Jennings. Again on Marcus Jones, but that is not going to work out. And that is going to bring up 4th and goal for the 49ers. Patriots bend but don't break, and I love it. Marcus Jones with really, really good coverage here on Jawan Jennings, despite that height difference. Again, keep in mind, Marcus Jones, was I right? No, I wasn't right. See, so I did lose this one for Locker. So, actually, no, I got points. How about that? So right now I have 6,700 points. I took the upset for Brock Purdy, and I was right. Right now I'm actually in 2nd place right now. Love that. Round 3 is going to be starting soon. So this time it's going to bring up the Patriots, and it's going to ask me a question about what I think about this Patriots drive. So, okay, here's the question, guys. Let me know what you guys think, and download Locker right now. Link in the description box below to get it from the App Store in order to start playing with me live against me. So who will have a reception during the Patriots' next drive, earn points for every reception? So who's going to have the most receptions here? I'm going to say Hunter Henry has the most. I don't really like the safeties here for the 49ers. I think this could be a good game for the Patriots tight ends here. So I'm going to roll with Hunter Henry. Let's see. Let me get back here to you guys. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? Right now, the 49ers are in a field goal position. I want to die after watching that Jets game. Sean, bro, what did I tell you? I'm sorry. Like, I told you. Y'all Jets fans were on my ass literally for the last week. For an entire week, y'all were on my ass because I was just keeping it real with y'all. I said y'all had issues, which you did. Y'all thought because you beat the Patriots that those issues weren't real. Then I said the Jets are going to do one of two things. They're going to use that win as motivation to get back on track after beating the Patriots, or they're going to use it as their Super Bowl. And y'all used it as your Super Bowl. Every statistic that I brought up clearly is true. It showed itself through 2 weeks. It didn't show up in week 3, but it showed up against the Broncos. So congratulations. Statistics do matter. And here's the thing. I'm going to clown the Jets now. Like, I wouldn't have said anything about this game. I wouldn't have said anything about the Jets. I would have went into the roundtable this week, and I would have just been like, you know what, y'all will get back on track. Don't worry about it. But after how y'all Jets fans treated me and Pat's Nation over the last week, you're damn straight I'm going to clown your asses, especially when you made it personal, telling me I didn't know what I was talking about. No, I knew what I was talking about. Clearly, I knew more about this Jets team than Jets fans actually did. I'm glad, like, Sean, buddy, respectfully, I am sorry for you. I know you're a Jets fan. You're a good dude. I hate to see you down in the dumps after that loss, but, like, y'all Jets fans needed to be humbled after last week. Needed to. Yeah, and next, I think that's the next game they play. The Jets play the Vikings, and the Vikings are undefeated. The Vikings are undefeated right now with one of the hardest defenses to play against in the league. All right, but let's see. Scored 0-3. Antonio Gibson is back into the end zone. See if he can make some magic here. All right, we got Jermichael Hasty deep 2. That's what it was earlier for the Patriots. That looks like their ideal combination for these returns. Remember, guys, download the Locker app right now. This is what I'm playing. When you guys download the app on the App Store, completely free to download, join the league, the Patriots League. It's just called Patriots Official. You'll see my little dude pop up, my little cartoon face, and then you guys join. And then you just join the game that we're in. We're in quarter 1 right now. We'll be in quarter 2 soon. So it goes by quarters. So after quarter 1, you have to go and join quarter 2. That's how the game works. Give Richie hell this week. Call Richie out. I'll call Richie out after he called me out and took my receipts. Damn straight. Look, here's the thing. We were wrong, right? Like, we thought the Patriots could win that game, rightfully so, last week, but they didn't. We were wrong. Like, we have to accept that. But it's the fact that Jets fans were pumping their chest about beating the Patriots, and then you lose against the Broncos, who, heading into this game, had one win and didn't look very good. But Patriots go up the middle here with a run. Looks like to Ramondre. And he's only going to get about a yard. He doesn't even get a yard. He's going to be stopped. And did he fumble? No way. Did Ramondre just fumble? Ramondre gets the ball and just loses it. He just nobody did anything. Patriots opening drive here. Actually, nope, someone did something. There was a Niners player that came around and kind of just grabbed him from behind. Ramondre, 4 fumbles in 4 weeks and has lost 2 out of 4 fumbles. Bench him. Bench Ramondre. This is ridiculous. Are you kidding me? The defender didn't do anything special. This is Ramondre. 4 fumbles in 4 games. Are you kidding me? Ramondre's their best player. They need to run the ball to win this game. But this isn't a Patriots thing. Like, this is a Ramondre Stevenson's thing. I think I forgot to answer the question there. And Jordan Mason is going to pick up a good run there, bouncing it to the outside. He's going to get more than 10. Here's the problem, too. That's the type of play. That is the type of play that takes air out of the game, right? Because that takes momentum away now from Ramondre. It takes momentum away from the offense. It takes momentum away from the team, and it gives that momentum to the 49ers. Michael, my boy, is back in the chat. What's up, buddy? What's up? How you doing? I wish I could tell you that we're going to beat the 49ers for your Seahawks this week, but hey, I didn't think there was a chance when we came into this game, and it's looking exactly that way. But Jordan Mason with a really nice run just kind of bounces it to the outside and picks up maybe about 15 here. That was a good run. And keep in mind, too, they're already knocking on the end zone because of that turnover from Ramondre. The Patriots had one play on their second drive in this game, and Ramondre fumbles. How the hell does he fumble? He didn't do, like, there was nothing special. Essentially what happened was, let's say this is the football, right? He has it in his hand, and he's running, and then a defender, like, arm tackles him and just kind of goes like this, and Ramondre he's not holding on. Ramondre's just loose with the ball. He's grabbing it, and he's just putting this ball all around town. When you grab it, you put it here. Put 2 fingers here, 1 finger here. Put it between and lock. Number one important thing has to be ball security. I said this last week. Ramondre's too busy getting up the field and not worrying about actually taking care of the football. And Brock Purdy should have been sacked by Jabril Peppers, and Jabril just misses. And Purdy's going to, I don't know if he's trying to throw the ball away or go to Jennings there, but either way, it's incomplete. 4th and 4. Should have been a sack, but Peppers totally missed. Nonetheless, they did the most important thing. The Patriots got pressure there. It is now 4th and 4, and it looks like they're going to go and bring up the field goal unit to try to make this 6-0. Here's the thing. If the Patriots defense can do their job and keep it to 3 points, they're doing their job. Like, the defense is doing good. I don't think people understand that. Like, you're going up against one of the most high-powered offenses in the league. You let them drive down the field. You held them to a field goal. Then Ramondre Stevenson fumbles. They pick up an excellent position already to where even if they just fumbled the ball and took over and kicked a field goal, they would have been an easy chip shot field goal. But because Ramondre fumbles, right, they give excellent position. Defense holds them to 3, though. I mean, the fact that the Patriots are holding the Niners defense so far to just 6 points and 2 field goals, they're not doing a bad job. It's the inability for the offense to get things going. And more specifically, the biggest takeaway right now was Ramondre Stevenson fumbling. Who will have the most receiving yards during the next drive? Who do you guys think is going to have the most receiving yards? I'm going to go with DeMario. I'm going to go with Douglas here. I think they're going to want to get him involved. I think at some point they're going to view Ramondre Stevenson as a liability, and they're not going to play him as much. And it's sad, but Ramondre Stevenson is a liability right now. I wish I could say he isn't, but right now Ramondre is a liability. He, again, 4 fumbles in 4 games. He lost 2 of them in back-to-back weeks now. He's lost 2 out of 4 fumbles. He knows the narrative. He knows that he has a fumbling problem, but he's doing nothing to fix it. It shouldn't be this hard. It's not that hard to keep the ball. I mean, there's so many players that don't even fumble one time in an entire season. You fumbled every single game so far. Is Kendrick Bourne playing? No, so KB's not back yet. KB can't come back until starting next week. So Patriots reinforcements could potentially be on the way after this game against the Niners. Once 4 weeks are up and starting week 5, Patriots could get back like Cole Strange, Kendrick Bourne, Sione Taki. So a lot of different players that can come back. So we're going to have to see which players do end up coming back. I think they can bring 2 back from IR. Oops. No, it's not that serious. It is that serious, bro. It's definitely that serious. Oh, and Jalen Polk gets the catch here, but he's not going to get anything. The Niners immediately surrounds him here. But it is serious for the Patriots that Ramondre keeps fumbling. Because you have to keep in mind how minimal of an offense Patriots have. Like their margin for error is so small, it is so thin that the Patriots cannot mess up. One fumble, losing one fumble, one turnover offensively is the difference between the Patriots winning games and losing games. Look at week 1. Week 1, they won against the Bengals, but they won by 6 points. One turnover could have changed that game. Week 2, against the Seahawks, Patriots lose in overtime by 3 points. If the Patriots just didn't have a missed kick there, it could have been the difference. A turnover could have been the difference in that game, right? That's the problem, is that the Patriots aren't good enough to say a turnover doesn't matter. Ramondre Stevenson fumbling in every single game so far doesn't matter because they can bounce back from it. We know that they can't bounce back from it. That's the problem. But the problem is it's just like, what do you do with Stevenson? Because he's your best playmaker. Your identity is running the football. So what do you do if your best player is now a liability? Do you bench him and put him in the doghouse to discipline him like Belichick would have done? Belichick would have done it week 1. Or do you continue to let him play because you know he's your best player, but not give him any type of discipline? Patriots are in a weird position here. Gerard Mayo was asked about him fumbling last week against the Jets, and he was like, ball security is the number one most important thing. You know, I feel like that was a message towards Ramondre to like, we know that you have a situation going on here and you got to get it fixed before we give you some type of discipline. And what does he do? He comes out in this game in quarter 1 and fumbles. Charlie comes in and says over on X, surely if Stevenson keeps fumbling, his status of running back 1 is passed to Antonio Gibson. Yeah, look, Antonio Gibson's obviously not as good of a running back, but Antonio Gibson was running back 1 at one point for the Commanders. Let's keep in mind in 2022, I believe it was, Antonio Gibson had 1,000 rushing yards alone. So at some point, the Patriots are going to say, you are the better running back, Ramondre. We just gave you an extension, but if you can't hone in and start taking care of the football, we can't make you our bell cow running back because you're a liability. Let's get to our super chat, though. First one of today's chat. Really, really appreciate you, DF Forever. When you donate to the channel, you get immediate responses. You get priority to your question, comment, concern. Gets put up here on the screen, good or bad. But DF Forever says, GL, bro, need a mod. I am here for you. Yeah, I do need a mod. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to do it right now just because I feel like I would screw something up and then accidentally end the stream knowing me. But I do need mods, trust me. So not after this game, because I have to be on Bleacher and then back here for post game. But after today's streaming, I will start putting in mods because there are some people who get a little crazy in here, and I can't keep track of everybody. So DF Forever, we'll make you a mod, bro. We'll make you a mod. But Antonio Gibson on the Patriots' first play here, or second play rather, he was the guy that got the rock instead of Ramondre. Picks up about 5 yards to make it a 3rd and 5. Today, the Patriots have converted 2 out of 3 times on 3rd down. Clock's running down here. Jacoby Brissett drops back, has some time, and intercepted. That is intercepted by the best linebacker in the NFL, Fred Warner, who looks like he might take it all the way. And he does. It is a pick 6 for the 49ers. Fred Warner picks off Jacoby Brissett. Brissett has time in the pocket. What? I'm not even trying to sound like I'm hype about it. I didn't think that would happen. Jacoby drops back. Let me see what happened here. Wow. Terrible, terrible play. He goes straight to Fred Warner. Fred Warner didn't even do anything special there. Jacoby just threw it right to Fred Warner. Now, it looks like Jacoby was trying to get it over Fred Warner and go to DeMario. No, he was trying to go to Tyquan Thornton. So Tyquan looked like he was open on either an in route or a slant. And all Jacoby had to do was fit it over Fred Warner. And either he just totally mishandled that, or he didn't see Fred Warner, and the ball goes straight to the best linebacker in the league, who was able to punch it in the end zone. Antonio Gibson tried to push him out of bounds, but he just pushed him to the end zone. So there's that. Look, we knew the Patriots were going to lose this game, y'all. Don't be upset, obviously it sucks to see your game play like absolute crap, but at the end of the day, we knew they were going to lose this game. This is the game that we all circled and said, hardest game, 49ers. We knew we were going to lose this. There's going to be easier games, guys. There's going to be easier games. Let's understand. Whether this was week 1, week 2, or even last week, I will pound the table. This is a 6-win team. 5, 6 wins, maybe 7 wins max if they really somehow got it together. If Drake Maye starts cooking when he comes in. Whether we're winning or losing, we have to keep in mind where this team is at with a rebuild, and that this team is a 5, 6, 7 win max team, right? They're not a 3-win team, but they're not going to be a team that gets 8 wins and surprisingly makes the playoffs. Again, guys, keep in mind, this is the hardest game that we were going to have all season. Let's keep in mind the Patriots schedule, right? So this is the Patriots schedule. After the 49ers, you have the Dolphins, who will be without Tua. Tyler Huntley is getting the looks here for them. Then you have the Texans. That's going to be a hard game. You have the Jags, who look human. You have the Jets, who, this is going to be at home. Can you learn from your mistakes and have a better game plan? Because right now, the Jets are wildly inconsistent. Then you have the Titans, who are beatable. The Bears, who are beatable. The Rams, who I still think we lose that game. But, they haven't looked good. They're piled by injuries. The Colts are beatable. So keep in mind, guys, we knew that the first quarter of the season was going to be the hardest on the Patriots schedule. They had the second hardest schedule in the NFL, according to strength of the schedule for this season, for a reason. Are we on to quarter 2 yet? Is that a thing? Are we still in quarter 2 or quarter 1? Let's see. Why is there so many? Oh, it's quarter 2. Who will have at least one target during the 49ers' next drive? Who will have at least one target? Jawan Jennings. Easy. They're going to try to exploit that matchup with Marcus Jones. I'm too old for this clown show team. Keen Money, here's what I suggest. To make yourself feel better after this game, what you got to do is you got to put on one of the Patriots Super Bowls. Put on one of the Patriots winning seasons and just run a marathon. You'll feel better. I promise. You know, it's going to take some time to be good, y'all. It's going to take some time to be good. Am I in quarter 2? I believe I'm in quarter 2 for Locker right now. Because keep in mind, with Locker, it's based off of quarters. It's not based off of like just one whole game. It's like join quarter 1, join quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. So I didn't know if I switched it or not, but it looks like we're good. I don't know why it asked me a question if the Patriots are on offense. Why did it ask about Jennings? JaMychal Hasty with a nice run here. He gets up to the 30. Yo, Kobe, where's Bleacher Report held? TD always talks about it too, but I never know where to find it. So Bleacher Report is over on the App Store. You can also just look it up on the website. Like if you're on a laptop and you just look up like Bleacher Report, you can do that too. But I recommend downloading the app. It's significantly easier. You join communities on Bleacher Report. So like, you know, it'll be like, oh, who's your team? Who are you repping? Do you want to join NFL news in general? You know, fantasy, stuff like that. So I'll be under the Patriots like community tab, and that's where I'll be. So if you look up like the Patriots community on Bleacher, once you download the free app, that's where I'll be after the game to do my post-game breakdown. And then TD usually would be under the Dolphins section. Why is Stevenson still not benched? So my kind of guess here is that Stevenson's not going to be benched completely, but they're going to probably give him less opportunities, and that's kind of his benching. I'm a Finns fan. Hey, Noah, better than being a Jets fan, right? Jacoby goes to Austin Hooper, who picks up the first here. Patriots need to get into the end zone if they're going to keep this game honest. If the Patriots can't punch into the end zone, rather, and start making this an honest game, it is going to be hard to win this game. And we might see Drake Maye sooner rather than later if this becomes a 21-0 game. All right, let's see. Jacoby drops back under pressure. Under pressure. What's he doing? What's he doing? Jacoby sacked. Looked like he was trying to avoid the pressure. He had time and then just kind of stood there. Terrible awareness there by Jacoby on that play. I know there wasn't too much he could do. Not too much of a place that he could go on that play. I mean, when you get pressure up in the interior, there's not too much you can do. But he should have. Actually, honestly, looking back at it, I really don't know if there was much of a play for him to make. I don't think he could run. 2nd and 14. Another defensive lineman for the 49ers injured here. That D-line is banged up for them. Kayshon Boutte spotted. Is Kayshon Boutte on the field? Honestly, if this becomes like a 21-0 game by halftime, coming out of halftime, put Drake Maye in. Let's see if we can get these rookies involved and see what we got. All right, let's see. Jacoby drops back. Jacoby's going to go to, who's this, Pop Douglas, I want to say? Nope, that's Kayshon Boutte. Kayshon Boutte makes a play here for the Patriots. All right. Not even with the backup offense. That's with the first team offense. All right, I like it. I like it. 3rd and 3. Jacoby's 2 for 4, 15 yards and an interception. What a stat line by him. All right, 3rd and 3. Got to convert. If the Patriots can get the first, they'll be past the 50. They drop back. Jacoby has some time. He makes the play and gets the first to Hunter Henry for the first down. Got to utilize these tight ends, baby. Got to utilize these tight ends. Am I the only one who doesn't want Travis Hunter on the New England Patriots? Like, is that just me? Like, I'm not, like, he's a dog, but, like, I don't really want a guy, if we're going to have a top pick, I don't want a guy who, is he a wide receiver? Is he a cornerback? If he sucks at one, everyone's going to be immediately trying to put him to the next one. And I want a guy who can hone in on one position with one craft. And honestly, this team needs O-line more than they need anything else by far. They go here to JaMycal Hasty. So Ramondre not even getting the opportunity right now in the game. It was Antonio Gibson and then JaMycal Hasty. I'll be curious to see if they just take out Ramondre and say, all right, we're going to roll with Hasty here. Ramondre is on the sideline, by the way. They give the ball again to JaMycal Hasty, who might be just short. I think it's going to be like 4th and inches. So the Patriots are going hurry up here. It's going to be 3rd and 1. There's no way that's 3rd and 1. That's 3rd and inches, bro. Ooh, they're stacking the box. Patriots go for the tush push. They're pointing the fact that they got it, but there is a flag on the play, and I'm scared it could be on the Patriots. When you run fast tempo offense like that and you immediately try to make the play, a lot of times it's on the offense, but that is going to be on the defense instead. Let's see. Too many men on the field. So the 49ers get called for too many men on the field. Had about 12 guys on there while the play was snapped. And so the Patriots, either way, pick up the first down here. And now they're past the 50. Make sure y'all join in the chat too. I see Cozy Acres is in here. Make sure y'all get active in the chat over on Locker. Again, guys, link to join Locker. Play against me live. Link in the description box below. Just download the app. It's free. Make an account. And then join the league, Patriots Official. And you'll see my little face icon right here, as you can see right there. My little face icon pop up. And that's the league that you'll join. Alrighty. Still 1st and 10 here for the Pats. They're knocking on the door. See if they can do anything. All right. Who's good on the O-line in this draft? So Will Campbell is a guy everybody wants. Will Campbell might end up, by the time draft season comes along, might actually be OT2 and not OT1. Oh, first down throw went to Jalen Polk, who usually has short hands, but that ball just gets punched out by the 49ers defender. I know this is a game that most Patriots fans aren't necessarily interested in watching, but guys, this is our team, baby. Win, lose, good, bad, whether we're providing the blowout or we're getting blown out, baby. Be here. Support your Patriots, man. Support your Patriots. All 104 of you that are here right now, you're the real ones. So Jacoby's going to go out. He's going to try to make a play, and instead he's going to be sacked. What's Jacoby doing, dog? He was outside of the tackle box. You have a defender in your face. Throw the ball away. He was trying to keep the play alive, but it's just like, throw the ball away, bro. I'm sorry. I think Jacoby should have just thrown the ball out, bro. Douglas wide open, too. 3rd and 11. Drops back. He's going to go with a big play. Jalen Polk, who's going to be just short of a first down, but extremely, extremely close. Jalen Polk there. He's going to be about a yard short, so he picks up about 10 on that reception. 4th and 1. Patriots can go for the field goal, but it's going to be down by 10 still. Patriots look like they're going to go for it on a 4th and 1. Will they really go for it, or is it a fake? Don't sneak it. You're way too far for a sneak. I think they're just going to... Are they going to try to get him off sides? What are they doing? They're going to try to just get him off sides, take the timeout. They're going to go for 3. I think the Patriots are going to try to take a field goal here. Looks like they tried to get him off sides, and that's what that was. Ran one heck of a bunch formation offensively. The commentators don't like that the Patriots would go for 3. But the offense is staying on the field, so it looks like they were trying to get him off sides and see if they didn't even have to run a play. 49ers didn't fall for it, so now the Patriots will run a play. 4th and 1, man. 4th and 1. Got to convert here. All you need is a yard to get the fresh set of downs. You have to go for it against this Niners team, man. After that pick 6, you have to. Stevenson's back in the game, and Ramondre didn't get it. Fred Warner comes in and makes another spectacular play. Why would you run the ball there? I feel like they should have passed the ball, gotten the ball out quick. All right, y'all, let's see. So much drama in a single drive with these must-have moments. The thing is if Jacoby didn't throw that pick 6, I think 3 would have been fine. They have been holding defensively. Defensively, they have been holding the 49ers to 3 points. The reason that this game is where it's at, 13-0, is because of Jacoby Brissett throwing the pick 6. That's what got them into the end zone for the 49ers. Other than that, this defense has been playing bend but don't break and playing the exact defense that they needed to coming into this game. You're not going to shut out the Niners. What do? You play bend but don't break. You keep them out of the end zone, and you just give them 3s. So if the Patriots didn't have that pick 6 from Jacoby, they would have went for the field goal. It would be a 3-6 game, and the Patriots would still be in this. That's why I'm saying with Jacoby Brissett, he can't have any turnovers. That's why with Ramondre, you can't have any turnovers. The margin for error with this team is so small that one bad play, one turnover, this team is screwed. Now they've had 2 turnovers in the first half alone, And still, this game is still only 13-3 somehow. If the Patriots hadn't turned the ball over, New England would be in this game right now. It's just like it was last year. The offense shooting themselves in the foot. Whether it's stupid penalties, like it was last week, whether it's taking sacks at terrible moments, whether it's ungodly turnovers, the reason that the Patriots suck as much as they do is not because of the defense. It's because of the damn turnovers offensively. And I put that on Elliott Wolf, bro. I put the lack of an offensive line on Elliott Wolf. All right. Oh, shoot, the Steelers lost. Whew, God bless me, man. Purdy was a little bit under pressure there, but George Kittle's going to get the first. George Kittle's going to get 10 here. What's going on with Locker, man? So Caden Wallace was in on that play on that fourth down call. I'm not sure what that idea was to run it with Ramondre on that 4th and 1. What's Locker doing? I don't want to leave the game, but you're not asking me a question. Caden Wallace did leave the game, though. I don't know how. He's barely done anything. Dietrich Wise comes in with a big sack on Brock Purdy, though. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Let's go, Dietrich. Bro, they need to put Dietrich Wise in the game more. He's barely played so far this season. Play him on the edge. Play him on the interior. They got to play him more. All right, let's see. Patriots secondary is doing really good in this game despite everything. All right, Purdy's going to step back, or drop back, rather. He's going to go big. And Jawan Jennings with a big play. Looks like it could have been a pick on the Patriots defense there. But instead, that doesn't happen. Let's see what happened here. So Jawan Jennings is that Brennan Schooler? No, that was Jelani Tavai. So it looks like it was between Jelani Tavai and Jabril Peppers, and Peppers just got collided. Couldn't make the play. Mason goes up the field. He's going to get about 5. My boy Trey Rules comes in with our next donation, 2nd donation of today's chat. Remember that when you guys do donate, it massively supports the channel, and you get your question, your comment, your concern, good or bad, thrown up on the screen in front of everyone. Trey, you said the 2 O-line Wolf drafted, and it wasn't even for positions that needed to be addressed. Wallace, right tackle, and Robinson has sucked, shaking my head at guard. Yeah, dude. I don't know the hype around Layden Robinson. I think he's shown good moments, but he's wildly inconsistent. What I want to see when the Patriots get a little bit more healthy is I want to see Layden Robinson out of the mix. I want to see City So either at left guard or right guard. And then I want to see Michael Jordan at left guard or right guard, because Michael Jordan has been the Patriots' best offensive lineman so far this season. But yeah, dude, it's frustrating. And by the way, it looks like the 49ers got into the end zone here with Mason, but it was a hold on Kittle. So that's going to come back now. Thank God Patriots got a little bit of a break here. But yeah, they didn't address the offensive line in the slightest. The big move they made was bringing back Michael Onwenu, who was here last year. Like, you didn't improve. You just prevented it from getting worse to an extent. You know, and they addressed wide receiver a ton, and wide receiver needed a ton of help. But I said this all offseason. Everybody hated me for it. It needs to start with the offensive line because that's the engine to your car. If you can't produce on the offensive line, you're not going to produce in the running game and you're not going to produce in the passing game because your wide receivers aren't going to have enough time to get open and your quarterback isn't going to have enough time to get through his progressions and get the receivers the ball. So I'm really not sure why their thought process was, let's not worry about the O-line. Wow, the Buccaneers killed the Eagles today. All right, Isaac Guerrero in the game. He's going to be met at the line. Dietrich Wise with another really good play here. Ooh, penalty on the offensive line too. All right, it's going to be second down. The Patriots really got away with that Mason touchdown there, dude. Wow, Jordan Love was back in the mix today too, and the Vikings still won 31-29. Bears won. Was that their first game this season? Second game this season? All right, let's see. Purdy drops back. Purdy goes out, throws on the run. It's going to be a huge check for a first down. They dropped Josh Uche into coverage for whatever frickin' reason that was, and Uche bit on it, as I'm not surprised. He's an edge rusher. Why are we dropping pass rushers, pure pass rushers into coverage? That's on the Patriots defensive play calling there. And the 49ers get the first down now. All right. And the Jags still haven't won a single game, by the way. 20-24 against the Texans. Wow. I can't believe the Jets lost by 1 point. Damn, are you kidding me, bro? Bo Nix didn't even do nothing. Bo Nix was 12 for 25 for 60 yards. I can't wait to look back at that game. He threw for 60 yards, and they still beat the Jets with Aaron Rodgers. That's wild. So now the Jets can't even – the Jets can't beat a good team, but the Jets also can't beat bad teams? That's rough. Oh, wait, shit. I need that. All right, the 49ers are knocking on the door to try to make this a 20-0 game in the first half. Oh, they might really put up 30. They might really put up 30. This is embarrassing, dude. So let me real quick. Let me just go through one more time. So again, now that the 4 quarters of this, or the first quarter of the season rather, is over with the first 4 games, Miami coming up without Tua, winnable. The Jags game, they haven't won a game this season, winnable. Titans game, winnable. Jets are so inconsistent that at any given week, they could either kill us or not kill us, potentially winnable. Bears game, winnable. See what happens with the Rams injuries, and I think that'll dictate what happens. Colts game, winnable. I'd put the Cardinals game in as even winnable too. They're wildly inconsistent, especially at the end of the season. And even that Chargers game, I think, could be winnable. Oh, touchdown, but a flag. Touchdown to Juszczyk, but a flag. And another play on the Niners. Illegal shift offensively for the Niners. So they get Mason with a big touchdown called on Kittle. That gets brought back. And now this touchdown for Juszczyk gets called back. Isn't that rough? What is happening, dude? Like, let me play my damn game. We're in quarter 2 here. So let me freaking play. Purdy's going to run here. Purdy's going to bounce around and try to extend the play. He's going to make a throw and throw it out of the end zone. That's going to bring up 3rd down here. Another flag here. See who this one's on. Ineligible man downfield on the 49ers. 3rd down. Oh, wow. They're just killing themselves. Third and 10 pressure. He's going to launch it up. Did George Kittle just do that? George Kittle went up between 2 defenders for one of the craziest touchdowns that I have seen in a long time. George Kittle, I've been saying this, one of my favorites. No, my favorite tight end since Rob Gronkowski. 3 defenders. John Jones, Marcus Jones, and I don't know who the other defender is there. Who is that? Wow. George Kittle comes up with a crazy touchdown, jumps up between 3 Patriots defenders, and this one is going to stand. Wow. What a play. What a play by George Kittle. 20-0 going into halftime. Unless, I mean, there's still some time on the clock. We'll see if the Patriots can do anything or if the Niners can get the ball back and do something. But I'm assuming it's going to be 20-0 going into halftime. We're going to see Drake Maye sooner than we think. See, but again, guys, why am I not upset? Everybody's going to be asking me, Patriots Global, why are you not upset? The reason that I'm not upset is the fact that we knew this was going to happen. Like, we knew that this was the best team that we were going to be playing all season. Who will have the most offensive yards during the Patriots' next drive? Give me Antonio Gibson. I don't know how much they're going to play Ramondre with his fumbling issue here. But again, we know. I'm not upset because this is the hardest game of the season. Okay, guys? Like, Dolphins fans can clown me. TD can clown me this week. Richie can clown me. Dan can clown me this week. It's not going to bother me. Because why are you clowning one of the least talented rosters in the NFL going up against one of the most talented rosters in the NFL? The 49ers, who have gotten a lot of their pieces back and are the most healthy that they've been since week 1, going up against a Patriots team that is in year 1 of a rebuild. This is the hardest game of the season, guys. There was no reason the Patriots should have been in this game. There's no reason the Patriots should have won this game. Anybody that thought the Patriots would win this game, like you were buying into some type of delusion there, y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. Not you, Noah. Noah, you're a good Dolphins fan, buddy. I'm not talking about you. Dude, if Richie's clowning anybody this week, dude. Is Richie live streaming right now? Yo, real quick, yo, this is like a personal thing, but is this just me? Does anybody else have like an ice cream truck that comes around their neighborhood, but like they never come around during the summer, but they seem to come around when it's like not a hot day or it's a gloomy day, but they ramp up the most during like the month of September and October. Like when nobody cares to get ice cream, I feel like that's when the ice cream trucks be coming out. That has nothing to do with football, but like, is that just a me thing? All right, guys. You know what? Here's the thing, too. I'm okay with losing this game because, again, it's something that I knew was going to happen. And at the end of the day, does this mean we get to see more of Drake Maye? Because if we get to see Drake Maye for an entire half or an entire quarter, okay, cool, sweet. I'm fine with it. Like, do I want to win the game? Obviously. But do I understand our position? 100%. Nothing has surprised me so far this season, y'all. Let's keep in mind what my preseason predictions were for the Patriots. By the way, I dropped a video breaking down all of my thoughts on these games a few days ago. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out after today's streams. But so far, everything that I predicted is coming true. Week 1, I thought they would win. Week 2, I thought they would lose. Week 3, I thought they would lose. Week 4, I thought they would lose. So according to my preseason prediction, like before the season started, I'm undefeated. So nothing surprising me here. Let's see who. It's hard to see if it's Jermichael Hasty sometimes or Ramondre because they look so similar. And sometimes the angles they give you doesn't help. So that was Ramondre. So Ramondre is in the game. Man, I picked Antonio Gibson to have the most yards on this drive here on Locker, as you guys can see. And right now, Ramondre got the most yards. I just didn't think that they would put him in this much. Quick throw to KJ Osborne. I feel like the way Jacoby throws the ball is a little odd. Does anybody else see that? Like, I feel like the way he goes through his mechanics are a little bit slow, and he ramps up like this dude's about to launch the ball down the field, but then it goes like 10 yards. That's going to be what's different about Drake Maye. When Drake Maye comes in, he's going to have the velocity on the football, and he is going to strike that thing to his receivers. Again, man, for the most part, this Patriots defense hasn't played bad. They've given up 2 field goals and a touchdown. To the 49ers, by the way, who are a better roster, have way better coaching, have veteran coaching. They got George Kittle at tight end, Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk at wide receiver. The only piece they're missing is Christian McCaffrey. But Mason's a very good wide receiver. He leads the NFL in rushing yards. Or a very good running back. He leads the NFL in rushing yards. And still, our defense, despite being banged up, has only allowed 2 field goals and a touchdown. It's really the offense that's killing us, dude. More specifically, the turnovers. Just saying, dude. I'm just saying, if the Patriots could just play clean football, what would this team look like? And as crazy as it might sound, the turnovers aren't the coach's fault. Now, you got to be able to discipline your players and get that out of them and make sure that doesn't become habitual. That doesn't become a regular thing where now we're turning over the ball 1, 2, 3 times a game, because then that does become on the coaching staff. But for the most part, these turnovers are on the players. You know, the game plan is never fumble the ball. The game plan is always don't turn the ball over. That's just a given. And the players know that. So I really don't put Ramondre fumbling or Jacoby throwing a horrific interception. I don't put that on Mayo or Alex Van Pelt at all. Because again, like, guys, if you look at the all-22 film or you go back and you look at these plays, there's guys open. Jalen Polk's open. DeMario Douglas is open on so many plays. You had Tyquan Thornton on that interception wide open, which is where Jacoby was trying to go. He just didn't pass the ball correctly. Like, so guys are getting open. It's not on the coaching staff. It's just on the execution from the players. All right, let's see how this game ends. At the end of the day, what I want to see from the Patriots right now, I know we're not getting into the end zone, so I'm not going to say that, because I can sit here and say I want to see the Patriots get into the end zone. We all want to see the Patriots get into the end zone, but what realistically do we want to see here? I just don't want to see them give the ball back to the 49ers. You have 2 minutes left. Run out the clock. Don't give them an opportunity to go back down the field. Put this thing into halftime, and let's just get out of here. Let's just get out of San Francisco this week. We knew that this wasn't going to be a game that realistically we were going to win. I just wanted to see the Patriots keep it close, and they haven't even been able to do that. Even if they go up 7-20 here, like, this game just feels far out of reach. Flag on the play, and ball is out. So there's a flag on the play. Looks like Nick Leverett, the Patriots backup center, did get the ball. So either way, the Patriots will keep the ball here, but could have been another bad turnover by Jacoby. Oh, wow. Jacoby recovered the fumble, but Jacoby looks like he's in some pain there. Ooh. Yeah, Jacoby definitely took some pain from that hit. All right, well, scratch what I said, y'all. Scratch what I said. Oh, yeah, Jacoby's in pain, dude. He's hunched over. He'll be fine. He'll still play, but yeah, he's hunched over. This is 4th and 2 now for the Patriots. So scratch what I said about just dragging the clock down. In about 7 seconds, the Patriots are already punting the ball. So much for that. So they're going to take a look at Jacoby fumbling. Let's see what happens here. The thing that sucks, too, about the offensive line is it's not just the fact that the Patriots offensive line sucks, but it's the fact that your top unit is struggling. And all offseason long, the starting offensive line didn't look good. The starting offensive line had multiple questions. Now, you have your backups in there, and they're backups for a reason. So the fact that your backups are considered backups with how bad your starting offensive line has looked, I think says a lot about these backups, which doesn't help this offensive line situation in the slightest. You have a guy that you picked up as a waiver claim a couple of weeks ago being your starting left tackle. Caden Wallace is down in this game. I have to see what his injury report is here during halftime, but you have David Andrews, who came out after the Patriots' first offensive drive. He's out for the game. At least it sounds like he's out for the game. He hasn't returned. Hey, what? Let's see. Can I put a poll in here? Is that possible? Am I allowed to put a poll in here? How do I? No. I'm trying to figure out how I can put a poll in here and see. What do you guys think? When do they put in Drake Maye? What quarter do you think we see Drake Maye? Because there's no way we just don't see him. If they played him against the Jets last week, you have to assume that they play Drake Maye again, at least to an extent in this game. Do you guys think we see him at halftime? Do you think we see him for one drive like we did last week, the fourth quarter? I think that they're going to say 0-20. It's not out of our hands just yet. So I think they're going to give Jacoby the entire third and then go from there. If it gets even worse, then Drake in the fourth. So Patriots punting the ball here. Bryce Behringer with another beauty, of course, Patriots MVP for the season. And Brendan Schooler downs him just past the 10. So they're going to have to go the length of the field to put up points. Man, I lost. Damn it. I've been doing pretty good. It was Ramondre Stevenson. I should have taken the favorite. But I'm not doing that bad. Not doing that bad. Okay, well, I'm not top 3. So maybe I am doing worse than I thought. Okay, you know what? I lied to you guys. I'm doing kind of bad. I'm 24th right now. I'm 24th on locker. Let me know where you guys are at. You guys doing better than me? So who will have a target during the 49ers' next drive? Jauan Jennings. Just take the easy points right now. I gotta rise back up. What a terrible play, by the way. Looked like maybe Brock Purdy had the ball affected on the release there. Might have been hit by a defender. Goes to Debo. Christian Gonzalez in coverage on Debo, though. And yeah, that ball came out weird. And Debo not able to pull that one in. All right, target Jauan Jennings. Come on, don't allow him to catch it, but target him. Because, again, right now, y'all, I am in 24th place. Look at this. I'm in 24th place on locker. We need to rise up. We need to rise up. I want my free money. Oh, fumble! Oh, what? Now, if the Patriots recovered that, they could have gotten into the end zone before halftime. But Mason messes up the handoff, ball on the ground, and no Patriots defender around it, and Mason gets the ball back, so the fumble really doesn't matter. That's what the Patriots needed, dude. Patriots needed a momentum switch, and they needed to put up points on the board before half. That's not going to happen. Minute and 8 seconds left and counting. 3rd and 15 for the Niners. And let's see. So, all right, never mind. They're going to let that come down to the wire. 52 seconds left, and they're going to use their timeout here, the 49ers. They're just going to try to drain this and not let the Patriots have any time back. Not sure why they're worried about that, but if anything, I feel like if I was a defensive coordinator or even an offensive coordinator looking at the opposing team and being like, I'm going up against the Patriots. No, like I want to give the Patriots offense the ball because clearly they're going to turn it over and they're going to give me an opportunity to get the ball back very quick. So I don't feel like this is a team where you have to worry about the opposing offense getting the ball back with limited time. I would want them to have the ball back so that I could have an opportunity to put my team up by even more points. It's really crazy where this team is at. Who would have thought that this is where the Patriots would be? I mean, really in the post-Brady era, we've had one bad season, and that was last year. All right, let's see. Purdy drops back. Purdy under pressure. Oh, Purdy gets hit, and that's just going to hit the ground. Christian Ellis in coverage there. Really good coverage there for a linebacker, too. That's going to stop the clock. 49 seconds left. The 49ers are going to punt, of course, because it's a 4th and 15. And I don't know if any of these guys got a target. I don't think Brandon Ayuk, Jauan Jennings, Ronnie Bell, or Eric Saubert got a target on that drive. So I wonder how much point is going to give me. All right. They punt the ball. What a crazy punt. And here goes Marcus. Marcus Jones. Ooh, running with some fire. If he could have beat that defender, he might have done something. But he gets clocked. Patriots will start with pretty good field position. So at least I get some points. He was 0 targets, but I do get some points just because I don't think any of these guys were targeted. So nobody won or lost. But somehow I go down. I go down from 24th to 25th. What the heck, dude? I was killing this game earlier. All right, round 5. I think this is just going to be a kneel. So who will have at least one reception? Give me Hunter. Give me Hunter. I think they're just going to kneel it out. Neither of these dudes are going to have it, but let's see. Tyquan and Osborne haven't been producing all season. I think they overhyped what Tyquan could be, but at the end of the day, nobody's producing. And I think that's what sucks is we don't really know what receivers are doing good versus bad. We can't really evaluate these wide receivers or these offensive weapons for the Patriots based off of them making or not making plays when the ball is just not getting to them. Whether that's because Jacoby Brissett is missing them, whether that's because Jacoby doesn't have enough time to pass the ball because of the bad offensive line, this really isn't a year where we can evaluate these wide receivers, especially these young guys, because they're not getting the opportunities. What you have to do is you have to go and you have to look back at how much they're getting open. Because if these guys are getting open, it just comes down to the quarterback getting them the ball. And again, I don't put that all on Jacoby because, yes, some is on Jacoby, but the offensive line's not getting him or giving him enough time to get through his progressions, to work through his mechanics, and accurately be able to put the ball there. The last thing you want him to do is force a ball, and then he is continuously turning the ball over, right? If he feels like he can't make the throw, he just shouldn't do it. Live to see another down. But again, it's just hard to really evaluate these guys when, they're just not being given the opportunity to do anything. King Money comes in and says, breaking news, Patriots signed me as an offensive line/quarterback. King Money, I'm rooting for you, buddy, because honestly, you might step in and be the Patriots' best offensive lineman right now. So Fred Warner's going to the locker room. I'm not sure if that has to deal with an injury or what. Injury report, Kyle Duggar dealing with an ankle injury, David Andrews dealing with a shoulder, and Caden Wallace dealing with an ankle injury. So we have 3 top players for the Patriots dealing with injuries in this game. Great. And you need Kyle Duggar in this game too. Jacoby drops back under pressure. That was almost an interception. Don't know where the heck he was going with that. He threw in between like 5 different red jerseys. All right. I don't even know who he was trying to go to there. Michael Onwenu on Bosa there. Oh, Jacoby had his own guy push back up into him. Looks like that was a Layden Robinson. Surprise, surprise. All right. Jacoby's going to drop back. They're still trying to put up points on the board. Oh, under pressure, major sack, and that has to be intentional grounding. I'm surprised that wasn't intentional grounding on Jacoby because there was no wide receiver in the area. Dude, Collins just is killing on the interior right now. All right. Jacoby's just not getting the opportunity here, dude. Again, this right now isn't on him. At least that play wasn't on him. Third and 10 for the Patriots. 1 timeout left for both of these teams. 27 seconds left. Again, put this game away. Put this game away and go into halftime. So never mind. This isn't going to be 3rd and 10. This is going to be a sack for Collins. Jacoby was down before he got the ball out. So instead of 3rd and 10 because of that sack, it is now a 3rd and 20. Still 27 seconds left. Timeout for each. Let's see. So the Patriots can either use this timeout and prevent a 10-second runoff, or they can take the 10-second runoff and keep their timeout. What I would do is I would keep the timeout and just get rid of the 10 seconds. So from 27 seconds, you go down to 17, but you still have a timeout. I would just kneel the ball, honestly, and just go into halftime. I don't even know why we're trying right now. I mean, it's 0 to 20. All right, let's see. 14 dropbacks, 4 sacks, and 7 knockdowns on Jacoby so far. Hey. All right, let's see. They're going to run the ball with Ramondre. Nope, that's not Ramondre. That's JaMycal Hasty. So it looks like right now there's about a 50% pressure rate on Jacoby through the first half. So the Patriots call a timeout. Why are we calling a timeout right now, dude? It's 4th and 16. 3 seconds left. 4th and 6. So we didn't go for the field goal earlier because we wanted to keep ourselves in the game to go for the touchdown. We don't get it. So instead of an easy 3 points, we're still at 0. Now it's 4th and 16, 3 seconds left before halftime, and you're going for a long field goal to try to put up 3 points and go 3-20. At this point, if that's your philosophy, throw the Hail Mary. I don't understand why this is your philosophy all of a sudden changing. 63-yard field goal for Joey Slye. Makes it or not, it doesn't matter. It's only 3 seconds. San Fransisco trying to ice Joey Slye here using their final timeout. Let's see. All right. All right, let's see. Can Joey Slye make a 63-yard attempt? I'd be surprised if he did, but come on. He made it! Joey Slye just kicked a 63-yard field goal. He drilled it through the middle. Not only do the Patriots have a consistent kicker, but they have a guy who just hit from 63 yards, bro. I don't know the last time the Patriots had a field goal from this far. Probably Steven Gostowski. I'll be curious to see the statistic on that, but wow. Joey freaking Slye, man. Sign this dude to an extension right now. He has been absolute money so far. A 63-yard field goal, bro? That's absurd. I did not see that one coming. All right, guys, this is going to be halftime. You guys know what we do. You guys know what we do during halftime. We will be back. We'll be back for the second half. Hope to see you guys back here too. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. We're going to stay here. We'll be back we'll be back after halftime. Let your boy go ahead, use the bathroom, get ready for the second half. And hopefully we see Drake Maye, guys. Hopefully we see Drake Maye. Keep in mind, the 49ers are a great first half team. Every time that they have a lead going into the second half, quarters 3 and quarters 4 especially, they take their foot off the gas and they start playing really bad football. So if there's one thing we know about Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers, it's that the game isn't over until the clock reaches 0. And hopefully we see Drake Maye. Hopefully we can all kind of sit here and analyze and hype up and talk about Drake Maye at some point in this game. But we will see you guys very shortly. Like I said, stay here on the stream. Don't go anywhere. We're not going to end the stream. We'll just be right back. All right, y'all. Can y'all see me? We good. We good. StreamYard was not letting your boy back on. Let me tell you guys, this hurricane Wi-Fi be real. It be absolutely real. Hopefully we'll have that fixed by next week so that this don't happen again. But Patriots did get in the end zone. This is their first touchdown of this game. Now, the touchdown was a boot action to Hooper with the defense selling out in order to stop the run on fourth down. Good play call there. Good play call by Alex Van Pelt. Excuse me for being out of breath. Was running around trying to fix this so we could hop back on. But it was also just reported that David Andrews and Kyle Duggar are both done for the day. They are officially out, which is never good. Never what you want to hear. But, all right, y'all. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. This is now a 10-point game. Patriots were able to come out, make these adjustments. Like I told you guys, before we went into halftime, I told you guys that the San Francisco 49ers, they are a terrible team when it comes to the third and fourth quarter. When they're leading by 20-plus points, they leave. They just dip. They take their foot off the gas. They think that they won, and they don't. They were leading by 10 in the fourth quarter against the Rams last week, and then they lost. So, I'm telling you, the game against the 49ers, it is never over. It is never over until the clock hits 0. But the 49ers look like they fumble here. And no, they keep the ball. So scratch on that. What looked like it could have been a difference maker for the Patriots turns itself around. Brock Purdy's going deep here. Oh, and he has Debo wide open. Jonathan Jones in coverage on Debo. And just gets burned. Big play. Debo just gets behind the entire Patriots secondary. Looks like Jonathan Jones in coverage there. I'll be curious to see if that was blown coverage when I look back on that or not. But how about Austin Hooper getting into the end zone there? All right, handoff here to Mason. He's going to go up and gain about a yard. On 1st and 10, that's going to bring up second down with 11 and 8 minutes and counting. Patriots were able to come out. They were able to come out. They were able to get into the end zone. Are they able to keep the Niners out of the end zone in order to keep this game honest? That is going to be the question. And let me put this up on the screen. All right, see, they go back to Mason. Mason gets the first down and a few extra yards after that. They are knocking on the end zone. All right, let's see who this flag is on. It's going to be on the Patriots defense. That play is going to be declined, and it looks like that touchdown the Patriots had coming out isn't going to matter. All right. Let's see what this next call is. I'm going to share the score on top of the screen. We played locker the first half, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to play locker the first half, and then we're going to show the game the second half. And Mason gets into the end zone for a rushing touchdown. 49ers now go up on the Patriots. Instead of 10-20, it's going to be 10-26 as they attempt the extra point to make it 10-27. The offense finally gets something going, and the defense gets cooked. (27-10), ZZZ. Yeah, none of us thought we were winning this game. So, like, I feel like anybody that comes in trolling us for losing this game, Like, none of us thought we were going to win the game. Like, the trolling's wild. Trolling only works when the fan base is disappointed or sad or they thought they had a chance. If you know you're getting cooked, it really don't matter. Oh, no. Mike, we can't even say this is a moral victory. I mean, 10-27. Where's the moral? Where's the moral? Should be this one. Here we go. Set this baby up. All right, perfect. So as you guys can see, 10-27, the Patriots are getting absolutely cooked. Unfortunately, the Patriots on defense are also dealing with a lot of injuries. More importantly, again, I want to look back and I want to see on that big Debo play on this drive. I want to see if that was on Debo just having the speed and getting behind the Patriots defense, or if that was blown coverage by the Patriots defense, because keep in mind who the play caller is right now. Like, who on the field has that green dot on the back of their helmet, getting the Patriots defense in line, who's getting the calls from the sidelines. Who's that guy? Because that was Juwan Bentley. Juwan Bentley's out for the season. He went up, he went out against the Seahawks in week 2. Then they gave that green dot to Kyle Duggar this past week. Kyle Duggar's out for the game with an injury. So again, I know everybody's going to get on this defense, and I understand it, but you also have to understand the injuries. We have key injuries up and down the wazoo already for this Patriots team, and all of them are with their leaders. I don't know if it's like something about them captain patches or what, but it seems like all of the captains are going down for the Patriots. David Andrews, out. Kyle Duggar, out. Jabril Peppers was injured last week. He's playing through an injury. Juwan Bentley, out. Patriots are getting killed with the worst injuries possible. Let's see. King Lowski ain't gonna show up up next week. Dude, he gonna show up, but he gonna have excuses. He gonna have excuses. That's what it is. I don't see no Jets fans in here either. Nah, bro. Because the thing about Jets fans is that they talk their shiz when they win, and then they get delusional and say they're winning the Super Bowl. But then when they suck and they get blown out, they don't want to hear it. No. Then that's when they go into hiding and they're all quiet, and that's when they start to get humbled. I said I hope the Jets lose this game. I thought they were going to win, but I said I hope they lose this game because that fan base need to be humbled after they beat the Patriots, who were like the worst team in the league. Well, not the worst, but one of the worst. Don't worry. We will be giving it. We will be giving it to Jets fans this week after how they've been over the last week, really, when they beat the Patriots. All right. Let's see. Jacoby drops back here under pressure immediately. Goes to. Ooh, Jacoby got hit hard. Oh, Jacoby. Rough getting up. They're showing Jacoby, not even the play. Jalen Polk with one heck of a grab, baby. Down the sidelines. Hello, Jalen Polk. Really good contested catch by the rookie, but damn, Jacoby just got like backed up, freaking hand to the throat. Really, really good contested grab there by the rookie Jalen Polk. Those are the types of plays that we need. That's going to get the Patriots almost across the 50. They're going to lose a yard here on this run play to, I want to say it was Antonio Gibson. Oh, okay, everything needs to like move a little. Fred Warner's on the sidelines. I wonder if he's dealing with an injury. The heck? All right, let's see. Jacoby under pressure. Oh! Wow. Looked like they were running a screen there, and this is either... So this was Ramondre just got blown up by 27 there for the 49ers. I mean, Ramondre didn't stand a chance on that play. And hopefully Ramondre is okay because he got hit hard. Third and 12 for the Patriots after that great catch by Jalen Polk. It looked like they were going to cross the 50. Jacoby under pressure. Jacoby's going to throw and just hit the ground. I understand Jacoby doesn't have a lot of time to throw, but he does need to do a little bit better with making something out of nothing. I'm surprised he didn't fumble. Honestly, Noah, yeah. Yeah, like, not even like shit talking. It's just like the truth. The fact that Ramondre can get hit like that and not fumble, but then a little tap on his arm can make him fumble. It makes no sense the way that guy fumbles. He takes crazy hits to where you're like, how did he hold on to that? And then he'll fumble when you're like, dude, nobody touched you. Makes no sense. Really good special teams tackle there by Christian Ellis. Looked like the returner for San Francisco could have had something, but Ellis makes sure to negate that. Really, really good play by Christian Ellis. And like I said, Bryce Behringer. Bryce Behringer is the MVP for the Patriots so far this season. If this was year 2, Maye would have been on the hot seat. See, I don't think so, honestly. Like, what we have to understand is that Mayo's not making the moves. And I think some Patriots fans get a little confused on what the casual duties of Jerod Mayo is versus what the kind of duties were for Bill Belichick, because they were very different. Bill Belichick had final say on personnel. Bill Belichick made personnel decisions because he was also the general manager. Jerod Mayo doesn't have final say on the roster. That's Elliott Wolf. So Jerod Mayo basically, I mean, he'll have a say on the guys he wants and doesn't want, but at the end of the day, he's not the one making the personnel decisions. He's kind of the one that just has to make it look pretty for the most part. You know, not Jerod Mayo, but Elliott Wolf is like, you know, these are your players. This is what I think is best for the team. I'm going to give you your roster, and then you have to coach up that roster. That was never the case for Bill Belichick. Belichick got the guys he wanted. He made all the roster moves, got rid of the guys he didn't want, and then was able to coach them up accordingly, able to coach his team up accordingly based on the exact players he wanted and didn't want. So, my boy Joey comes and says, Colby, I dropped the all 22 of the Debo play in the server over on Discord. Let me see. Because I want to see that Debo play. Let's see. Oh, shit. Okay. Let's see what happened here. So, in that big play that set the 49ers up to get into the end zone after that Austin Hooper touchdown for the Patriots, that don't look like blown coverage. That just looks like... That honestly just looks like Jonathan Jones got beat. Now, yes, there should be safety help over the top there. Actually, no, it doesn't look like there's any safety help over the top. It looks like that play was just on Jonathan Jones, and Jonathan Jones just got burned bad. So, yeah, that wasn't anything special. John Jones just, it rarely happens, but John Jones just got cooked. John Jones got speed to him, bro. John Jones got speed. So that's surprising, but he's also, like, on the back end of his career. He's past 30, so, like, he's also not as fast as he used to be. Shout out to my boy Joey for the all 22 there. All right, let's see. Purdy drops back. Purdy go deep. Oh! way too far. In fact, Gonzo had a better opportunity to make a play on that than, who was that, Debo or Ayuk? Right now, the Commanders are killing the Cardinals 27-7. Or 27-14 now. Looks like they just got in the end zone. All right, let's see. And by the way, that's why those deep shots are important, because it makes you respect, or it makes the defense respect your offense. Whether you're getting plays deep or not, it says, look, we'll keep testing you. And at some point, if you don't respect us, we're going to connect on one of these. And that's why teams are playing the Patriots in the box, because the Patriots haven't attempted a single pass 20-plus yards down the field so far this season. The only team to do so. Colby, do you think the Finns can still make the playoffs? I wouldn't say it's out. For me, when it comes to the Dolphins, it depends on when Tua comes back. I don't believe in Huntley. I don't believe in Skylar Thompson. They have a great roster, but quarterback is a really important piece. It doesn't matter how good that roster is. If you don't have a quarterback that can consistently get your top-tier receivers the ball, you're going to lose games. So, in fact, what is the score of the Dolphins game? Purdy under pressure. Oh, what a catch by Brandon Ayuk there. It looks like Gonzo didn't even expect Brandon Ayuk to make that catch. I mean, he laid out to catch that thing. Gonzo couldn't even defend that. I mean, that's not on Gonzo. That's just one heck of a play by Brandon Ayuk. But what is the Dolphins score? Aren't you guys playing right now? Oh, you guys play tomorrow. Okay. I'm not used to this whole multiple games on Monday football. I don't like that. But Dolphins play tomorrow. So that'll be interesting to see what Huntley does. Again, for me, it just depends on when Tua comes back. If Tua comes back in another week or two, okay, then I could still see the Dolphins making the playoffs. But if Tua's out for at least half the season, I don't think the Dolphins will. How do you guys feel, man? How do you guys feel about the multiple Monday night football games? I don't like that. To me, Sunday is the big day of football. When it comes to Thursdays and Monday, that's when you can focus on one specific team. That's where the spotlight is on those two teams. I don't like having multiple games here on Monday. I mean, soon it's going to be multiple games on Thursdays, multiple games on Mondays, multiple games on Sundays. I don't like it. It makes it more confusing than it needs to be. I'd rather just have a bulk of the games be on Sunday. But Joey just tells us that New England is challenging the play of a catch there from Brandon Ayuk. I think he got it, but we'll have to look at that replay. Let's see. Colby, we are so bad that even Shanahan is unable to execute his masterclass. It's okay. It's all right, guys. We understand our situation. And even early on in the season, like I mentioned, we're getting banged with injuries right now. Injuries are enough to plague a team. Look at the 49ers. The last 2 weeks, the 49ers haven't looked like the 49ers, and that in large part is due to their injuries. It doesn't matter how good a team is projected to be or how good a team is. If your top players are getting injured, then it's going to change the trajectory of your team. If one key player gets injured, it can change the trajectory. Now you're talking about multiple key players getting injured. It's tough to come back from that. But guys, let's keep in mind again, if you thought the Patriots were going to be competitive this year, that's not on the team. That's on you. Like real talk, y'all, because I don't want us to be that delusional fan base like the Jets where, every single year, it's our year, we're going to be good this year, so it's different this year. No. Let's understand our situation. Our situation is this is year one. Guys, we are 4 weeks into the regular season for year one of a rebuild. The Patriots shouldn't be undefeated. The Patriots shouldn't be looking like a crazy team right now. It's going to take time. Bill Belichick left this team with one of the least talented rosters in the entire National Football League. You need talent to win football games. Look at the 49ers. Offensively, defensively, they're one of the most talented teams in the NFL. It's going to take time to put talent in there. Rome wasn't built overnight. And look at the Titans. The Titans tried to do everything in one offseason, and it's going to keep them held bent for the next few years, and they don't look like a good team. That's why you have to do it realistically. Do the rebuild correctly. You might suck for a year or two, but it's about the next 10 years, guys. It's not about the next 10 months. Do you want to be good like the 49ers have been for the last several years? Or do you just want to be a decent team that can make it to the playoffs for the next 2, maybe 3? I want to do this the right way and make sure that we're back to being a dominant team for several years. Start competing for the AFC East every single year. Not a team that's competing this year and then we're back into like the 8-game or 8 wins a season thing. DF Forever says, give Richie heck for glowing over his glorious 43-year-old quarterback. Look, guys, I posted a video. I made a short for the roundtable. You guys can check that out over on our Instagram. And I said, look, this is either going to be the game where the Jets take this win away from the Patriots and they use it as motivation and they turn things around, or this is going to be their Super Bowl and they're going to continue to be the bad team that we saw 2 out of 3 weeks. And look they use that game as a Super Bowl, and right now the Jets still look like a human team. And I'm not here to hate, but that's just the facts. And Jets fans and Richie, they got on me saying that my statistics talking about that week 3 game were stupid. Those statistics showed themselves through 2 weeks. Those statistics showed themselves this week. They didn't show it against the Patriots, but you have shown it 3 out of 4 weeks. Statistics are real. Statistics are important, and you see why. You clowned me thinking that this win against the Patriots was going to be the unlocking of your team, but instead, what it was is you have so much animosity towards the Patriots for beating you for 20 years that all your focus went to beating them, and now you can't do anything else. And I hate to say it, but when you're that cocky, you deserve it. And Jets fans deserve to be humbled. Really, really good play there. Looks like John Jones was on Brandon Ayuk. Prevents the pass on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And that looks like that's what the Patriots' philosophy is here defensively, is they prefer Jonathan Jones on Ayuk right now, just in terms of the height advantage, and then have Debo on Christian Gonzalez. Because we saw when John Jones was on Debo, things didn't work out. But the Niners are going to punt here, a 10-27 game. Patriots going to get the ball back here offensively. And Marcus Jones goes up the middle. He's going to be stopped right before the 50. Trey Rule says, mistake number 1. Not considering that this fan base is elite levels of spoiled and want immediate success into a rebuild. It's true. It's true. And I love Pats Nation. Y'all are my family for now, forever. I couldn't be here on this channel. I couldn't be doing the things I want to do in life without your support. So this isn't hate, but it's just like, it's a family member, right? It's like a family member coming to you behind the scenes, pulling you aside and being like, hey, you got to calm down a little bit. I ain't going to call you out in front of everybody else, but I'm pulling you aside and letting you know we got to calm down a little. This fan base has been spoiled, and I understand that, especially the younger fans. I'm 22. I was born in 2001. So all I know is Tom Brady. All I know is success and Bill Belichick. But since Brady left, especially since Belichick's left too, we've seen what it's like to really be a team in the NFL on a year-to-year basis. We've seen what it's like to be the other 31 teams in the NFL. What the Patriots did over the last 20 years, for 20 straight years, is something that no other team in NFL history has done. The dominance they had is something we've never seen before. So if you think that the Patriots are going to be the only team in NFL history to do that, while no other team has, and not even come close, but after a few years, we're going to get back to doing that, it's just not realistic. The name for the game for the Patriots is to get back and just be to where they can be in contention every single year. Hopefully we can be better than the Dallas Cowboys, but kind of like them, right? They don't go to Super Bowls. They're not winning Super Bowls. They have a hard time going to the NFC championship game and winning, but they're at least a competitive team every single year. They finish as a top team in the NFL. They finish as a top team in the NFC. They're talked about in going to the Super Bowl. They're competitive. That's realistically what we want the Patriots to get back to, is to just being competitive every single year, competing for the division realistically every single year, and being a team that we say they could go to the Super Bowl and it wouldn't be surprising. Not a team that we say Super Bowl shouldn't even be in the discussion for the season. But again, it's going to take time, and correct rebuilds do take time. Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers, it took them several years to get where they are. Several years. Shout out to my boy Trey Rules, though, for that $5 donation and making a really, really good point. Nah, S27, the Chiefs ain't doing what the Patriots are doing. Even statistically, where the Patriots were at in this point in their dynasty is still ahead of where the Chiefs are. The Chiefs aren't the Patriots. Let's see. This goes to Ramondre. Ramondre is going to go up for about 5 yards, looks like 4 or 5 yards. We'll see where they spot him here. All right. 49ers were good in the 80s and 90s. Exactly. They were good at one point, and then they fell off for a very long time. Kyle Shanahan came in. They traded for Jimmy Garoppolo. They started a rebuild, and it took them several years, but they did it correctly, and now look where they are. Now, obviously, a large part of a rebuild is by hitting on the coaching, too. So it's not just the personnel the Patriots have to hit on, but it's also the coaching staff. But at the end of the day, the coaching staff can only do so much with the talent that they have. Big stop here, though, on Ramondre Stevenson, who gets stopped pretty much as soon as the ball was given to him. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13. This offense, man, it might honestly be worse than last year. This is tough to watch. Jacoby Brissett goes to Demario Douglas, who's going to slant it on over to Ramondre. What a play! And the Patriots pick up the first. What a play. There's a flag. Is this on the Patriots? Because that was a really interesting play right there. But it won't surprise me if this is on us. Let's see what the call is. That was a perfect play for the Pats. So you got Austin Hooper blocking. Demario Douglas gets the ball in the middle of the field, laterals it back to Ramondre, and Ramondre runs up and picks up the first. That was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful play call there and play design by Alex Van Pelt. That was amazing. But Tyquan Thornton with a penalty negates that. A legal block in the back is what killed the Patriots there. And they tried to run a screen here. Ramondre drops it, although it's a good thing he did because there were defenders on his back immediately. Right now, the Patriots have 2 penalties for 15 yards. This isn't terrible. Like I said, the penalties just happen at the worst moments. Fire Mayo. I don't see why we would fire Mayo. I mean, it's 4 weeks into the season. 4 weeks into his NFL career and coaching career. Like, why would we fire Mayo? I don't understand that. We have to understand that, like, if you thought that the Patriots were going to bring in Mayo and everything was going to restart and we were just immediately going to start off as a hot team and we were just going to be back like that, that's not what the NFL is. The NFL isn't If you're not starting him hot immediately, fire. See if you can hit on the next one. 3 weeks. Oh, you're not starting off hot? Fire you. We're going on to the next guy. That's not what it is. You have to build continuity. You have to learn from your mistakes, just like every top tier coach has. Is Gerard Mayo going to be a top coach in the NFL? Is he going to be a good coach? I don't know. But nobody knows. It's 4 weeks. 4 weeks with a terrible roster. All right. Niners get the ball here offensively. Mason. Oh, up the side. Gets pushed out of bounds, but what a really good run for him. And Mason just dodges around Patriots defenders there. Real easy run for him. I mean, didn't do anything special. Just looked like Patriots defense was just sleeping there. Toss to Mason. This one he's going to get stopped well behind the line. And this 49ers team keeps putting the ball on the ground. I mean, you got to think at some point the Patriots can grab one of these. Mason's just not doing a good enough job keeping his eyes on the football before he moves forward. Essentially exactly what Ramondre's doing. 2nd and 18 for the 49ers now after the drop there from Mason. And Thomas points out an excellent point is that Dan Campbell's first season and a half was a dumpster fire. Exactly. Oh, should have been intercepted. Wasn't. Should have been intercepted there by Marco Wilson, but still was able to deflect it. But yeah, I mean, the blueprint that I've been saying is Dan Campbell and the Lions and not CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans that everybody wanted to happen because that's not realistic. That's an anomaly. But I've always said Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions, they got 3 wins their first season under him. Second season, they got about 9 with all of those coming in like the second half of the season. And then they took that momentum from the second half of the season where they almost made the playoffs. They're like a game away. And they took that into 2023 and had the second, or they were tied rather, for the second best record in the NFL and should have went to the Super Bowl. Oh, and they go to Deebo Samuel and Jonathan Jones, or not Jonathan Jones, but Marcus Jones makes a really good play to stop him in his tracks. That's going to bring up 4th down. The defense is a little inconsistent. The defense, they'll let up a big play here and there, but for the most part, the defense isn't bad. The defense right now against Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, a good offensive line, they've let up 20 points. They've only let up 20 points, and that's without Kyle Duggar. That's without Juwan Bentley, and that says a lot. This should realistically be a 10-point game right now if Jacoby just doesn't throw a pick 6. DF Forever says, I think what many of you have to remember is there is so much to fix with the Patriots that the prior regime broke. That takes time. Exactly. What Belichick was trying to do didn't work. They're trying to figure out how they can adapt from what Gerard Mayo learned under Bill Belichick, but also applying that to a more modernized generation of today's NFL. And that's going to take time. The personnel is going to take time. It wasn't going to take 4 weeks and one offseason. And if you thought that, then you're too busy playing Madden. Ugh. Play was to Jalen Polk here. So play was to Jalen Polk, but holding there defensively. So that's going to be spot of the foul. The Patriots will get a fresh set of downs here after holding on Jalen Polk. All righty. 1st and 10 for the Patriots after the penalty. Jacoby drops back, and he's going to try to go to KJ Osborne, but that ball's going to hit the ground and not make it to him. Incomplete. Bro, put Drake out there. Put Drake out there for the final fourth. Give us something to look forward to in this game, right? See, I don't need to see Drake in here for the entire game or anything like that, just because once you make that official switch, like, they can't go back. But I just want to see him in for, like, the fourth quarter or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, give him the opportunity to do something. I think we're comparing apples to oranges with this, and I've heard a lot of people say this, is that, well, Jaden Daniels looks good, so, like, Drake Maye should. Jaden Daniels is 24. He played football for significantly more time than Drake Maye did at the collegiate level. Drake's very young. You know, I think what Jaden Daniels is doing is Jaden Daniels right now is helping the Commanders, one, because their offensive line looks better. Two, they also have a number one wide receiver. And three, he has a high football IQ, as where with Drake Maye, he has mobility, but he doesn't have the mobility that Jaden Daniels does. He doesn't have as good of an offensive line. He doesn't have a number one wide receiver. He has one of the worst offensive lines in NFL history, the worst offensive line in the NFL currently. And again, he just doesn't have that same football IQ to be able to pick apart a defense right now the way that Jaden Daniels can. Maybe at some point Drake can, and I think that's what we're hoping for. He'll only be able to get that with experience. But yeah. You know, Colby's done when he starts cursing on the stream. Yeah, I really do try to keep it PG on here. No pun intended. But, like, that's how you know, bro. That's how you know. You know I'm done when I start keeping it unprofessional. Hey, y'all. I'm not saying Drake's a bust. I'm just saying we have to understand the different circumstances, right? Like, Jaden Daniels was a guy that you could plug in week one and he could start for you. Drake Maye wasn't a guy that you realistically wanted to start week one for you. Brissett goes to Antonio Gibson, and Gibson just drops the ball. The former wide receiver converted to running back can't haul in the pass. That's not what you want. Look at Anthony Richardson from the Colts. Yeah, that dude, I don't know if he got injured today or if he got benched, but they put in Joe Flacco today, and Flacco led him to the win. It's not a big deal. He went from PG to PG-13. Yes, sir. We're not rated R yet. We're not rated R yet. So Jacoby goes back to Antonio Gibson here. Gibson goes down the sidelines and picks up the first down going down the seam here. Kobe, sometimes you just got to let it out. With this team, I have a feeling I'm going to be letting it out a lot, Noah. I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of these instances. But nobody covered Antonio Gibson on this play and just easily picks up the first. So Patriots on 3rd and long are able to convert here. And Antonio Gibson's going to go up here for about 3 or 4. Never mind, they give him 2. Look like 3. Make sure y'all leave a big like on the stream for your boy Sue. Helps support tremendously. We're just getting spanked right now, man. There's really nothing much to say about it. Jacoby under pressure. Goes for the first deep ball so far through 4 weeks. Jacoby has finally attempted a pass 20-plus yards down the field. Honestly, he had Jalen Polk open down the sideline. That could have been a completion, but the ball was just way too in front of Jalen Polk there. I don't put that one on Jalen Polk. That far was way too in front of Jalen Polk. All right, Jacoby drops back. 3rd and 8. Has time. Oh, intercept! Oh! Goes to Jalen Polk. Polk looks like he had it. Then he doesn't have it. Then it goes through his hands, goes to a defender, intercepted, and then the defender drops the ball. Nope, Jalen Polk should have had that. You know, we talk about a short-handed wide receiver who can make plays when you need him the most. And if he's going to be that guy, then he needs to make plays like that. I mean, hits his hands and just bops up. Lucky that wasn't an interception. From 54, Joey Slye yet again to make this 13-27. All right. Joey Slye, y'all. Joey Slye is killing this. Joey Slye hit from 63, 54. Say what you want, but you cannot hate on Joey Slye. Put Drake Maye in. This is disgraceful. Guys, why do we act like Drake Maye is going to come in this situation and, like, light it up? I think he'll make it look better, but he's also going to give a lot more rookie moments. At the end of the day, like, Drake Maye isn't going to have a drop from Jalen Polk look better. Like, that's just on Jalen Polk. I think he'll have better awareness in the pocket. He'll have better mobility. But at the end of the day, like, he's not going to come in and make the offensive line be better. He's not going to make receivers dropping the ball look better. Just so it's clear, I want to see Drake Maye in this game play. But I don't want to see Drake Maye starting next week. Now, if you want Drake Maye starting right now with this offensive line, you don't give a crap about the Patriots looking good. You don't give a crap about the Patriots winning games or the future of this team. It is about the next 10 years, not the next 10 months. If you mess up Drake Maye, you are screwed. If you mess up Drake Maye, Gerard Mayo's getting fired. This coaching staff's getting fired. You have to find a new situation at quarterback. Don't do what you did with Mac Jones. And if you're the fan base, you should want them to do right by Drake Maye. How is it going to hurt the team if they play it cautious with him? If you throw him out there before he's ready, you screw him over. If you wait to throw him out there, even if he is ready, you're not hurting him. I'd rather them be more cautious than to F him up. than to do wrong by him and put him in a situation where he's not going to succeed. And now his confidence and internal clock is screwed up. As a fan base, we want to see what's exciting. We want to see what we don't know. And that's perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, you don't want Drake Maye to get screwed up. Because here's the thing. If Drake Maye comes in and we are the reason he gets screwed up, you same fans that are screaming for him to play right now are going to be the same fans screaming that he sucks and you need a new quarterback. Stop always trying to go with the new thing and just have patience. Do things correctly. Stop babying Drake Maye. He's not made of glass. This is football. No one's saying he's made of glass. Are you watching football, bro? Are you watching the Patriots the last few weeks? Are you the same person that's putting this on Jacoby Brissett? No, the Patriots allowed a pass rush rate of 62% last week, 40% week 1, 50% week 2. It's statistically gotten worse every single week with injuries piling themselves up, even in this game on the offensive line. This is the 4th straight week with a new offensive line combination. Next week, we'll probably reach a 5th new offensive line combination. Do I want Drake Maye to start at some point this season? Yes. But you wait to start Drake Maye until you have a consistent offensive line. You don't throw Drake Maye out there with one of the worst pass blocking offensive lines in NFL history, the worst offensive line in the NFL, and then you have him get injured. Because if you get Drake Maye injured, not even putting his internal clock getting sped up, not even talking about his confidence, but if you get him injured, Drake May's not playing the rest of the year. If he gets injured and he's out, he can't develop. He can't get reps at practice. He's not getting live game reps. Oh, what a play by Jauan Jennings. Holy jeez. Oh my God. Jauan Jennings goes up and makes a spectacular catch. Let me see this real quick. Jauan Jennings goes up on the fingertips over Marcus Jones and then picks up yards after the contact. Jauan Jennings, one of the most underrated wide receivers in the league, and this is why I wanted the Patriots to go after Jauan Jennings in free agency. Jauan Jennings through contact, man, absolute dog. And this is what I said earlier in the stream, guys. I said that at some point, Jauan Jennings, he was going to make a big play over Marcus Jones because of the height. Marcus Jones, he can do all he wants, a great player, but at some point, he was going to get killed. At some point, he was going to get killed with that height, and that's exactly what happened here. Dude, he's a 3rd overall pick. He should be playing. Y'all are such snowflakes. He's a grown man playing. Playing him doesn't do anything. Doesn't do any bad. Tell me you don't know football without telling me you don't know football. Respectfully. I understand as fans, we want to see the 3rd overall pick. What does him having to be the 3rd overall pick do with anything? He's the 3rd overall pick. You know what that tells us? That tells us he has talent. That doesn't tell us he's ready to get thrown in. That's not what that says. It says that he has all the talent in the world to be easily a top 10 quarterback if you do right by him. It's not being a snowflake. It's understanding the circumstance. You know why Mac Jones got screwed up? It's not because Mac Jones was a bad football player. Mac Jones was the 12th best quarterback in the NFL week 1, setting NFL records and Patriots franchise records and took the Patriots to the playoffs. The reason he sucked was because after year 1, the Patriots screwed him up. They gave him a worse offensive line than he had in 2021. Then a worse offensive line in 2023, never gave him weapons. They messed up his internal clock, which is why he started throwing off his back foot. His confidence was shook. That's the reason why. Now, yes, Drake Maye is a significantly more talented quarterback. Like, let's not act like he's not. But realistically, you want to throw Drake Maye out there right now because you're curious as a fan, not because that's what's best for him. Do what's best for Drake Maye. Don't do what's best for yourself as a fan. Again, you want to put Drake Maye back there when every single game you've seen Jacoby Brissett take a hit because of how bad this offensive line is. And you want to see Drake Maye take those same hits Jacoby Brissett has. When, again, Jacoby Brissett has taken a hit in every single game that's almost taken him out. And Brock Purdy intercepted here by Jabril Peppers in the end zone. Again, let me tell you, y'all, this defense has inconsistencies, but bend but don't break. Brock Purdy goes up between Marcus Jones and Jabril Peppers to Brandon Ayuk, and Jabril Peppers makes the play in the end zone. Patriots are going to take over here now offensively. again, guys, the defense isn't as bad as we think. They have some inconsistencies, but if they can just get an average offense, the Patriots are winning more games than people think. Great play there by Jabril Peppers. Obviously, we're not winning this game, but great play. But yeah, it's not about being a snowflake. It's about doing right by your quarterback. Again, the Patriots aren't contenders right now. Like, they don't have the talent on this team. They don't have the coaching staff right now. They're not going to the Super Bowl. They're not going to the playoffs, whether Drake Maye comes in right now or not. So why throw him out there if you don't need to? Tell me the reason. Tell me the reason that Drake Maye has to be thrown out there right now. And again, just to reiterate, I want Drake Maye to play in this game to get reps. But what I don't want is I don't want Drake Maye getting thrown out there until you can have a consistent offensive line. I'm not saying this O-line is bad. Don't play Drake Maye the rest of the season. What I'm saying is, at the very least, you need to find a consistent offensive line to where when Drake Maye takes over, you're not talking about a rookie quarterback having a new offensive line protecting him every single week. If you can't see the problem with a new offensive line pass blocking for your rookie quarterback every single week, then there's no hope for you. Like, I shouldn't need to explain why that's a bad thing. Drake Maye is going to take over at some point. But he shouldn't take over until the Patriots, at the very least, have a consistent O-line. So they can consistently say for multiple weeks, this is our offensive line, and we're not changing it. All right, let's see. Jacoby Brissett drops back. He goes for a Mondre ball right in front of Ramondre, too. Great kind of adjustment there by Mondre, who, let's see where he gets downed here. It's going to be 2nd down and 2. So 2nd and 2 here. Again, score is 13-27. If the Patriots are able to punch it in the end zone, obviously I'm not expecting that, but if it does happen, then this could go up 20-27. Oh, and Jacoby Brissett sacked. See, like I said, I wasn't expecting it to happen, but just talking from a metaphorical standpoint. Game is closer than expected. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. This should have been a bigger blowout, and the Patriots are coming back from behind. Now, I don't think they're going to win the game still, but nonetheless, this game didn't get as far out of reach as I thought it might have before halftime. Like I said, guys, the 49ers, they start taking their foot off the gas in quarters 3 and 4. We got 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Jacoby drops back. Jacoby has some time, pressured, gets the ball out right before the sack. It's 3rd and 5. Let's see if the Patriots go for this. If you tell the O-line they're not good enough to protect Drake Maye, then the O-line will not protect him with their best 5. So what? You're telling me that if they don't start Drake Maye, the offensive linemen are going to get in their feelings and just say, well, then I'm not blocking Drake Maye. No, they're not. No, they're not, bro. This, like you said, this is football. This is a man's sport. This is a big boy sport. Don't get in your bag. The offensive line knows they're bad. Don't gaslight the offensive line too. Don't tell the offensive line that they're good. Every single metric backs up the fact that this offensive line sucks. And Jalen Polk! I believe he was out of bounds there, but between 2 defenders, makes an insane catch. Oh, what just happened? What just happened? Crap. See what happened there. That is not true whatsoever. There are multiple teams that are sitting young quarterbacks. J.J. McCarthy was sitting too before he got injured. What's your point? Yes, plenty of quarterbacks sit behind bad O-lines. Never once did I say that Drake Maye can only come in when it's a top 10 offensive line. This is what you're not understanding, Negan. Is what you're not understanding is that what I said is that you don't throw Drake Maye out there until there's a consistent offensive line. This is not hard to put your head around. No one said preseason. What are you talking about? This is not hard to wrap your head around. It's the fact that you don't throw Drake Maye out there until you have a consistent offensive line, until you can say, this is our offensive line for the rest of the year. Because I don't want Drake Maye to take over, let's say, week 5. Let's say Drake Maye takes over week 5, and you're saying this is the 5th offensive line combination we've had in 5 weeks. This is the 6th offensive line combination we've had in 6 weeks. This is the 7th offensive line combination we've had in 7 weeks. What you're not understanding is that this isn't just a bad offensive line in the NFL. This isn't just the worst offensive line in the NFL right now, but this is one of the worst offensive lines in NFL history. History, buddy. That's the difference. It's not just like, oh, well, Patriots have the 27th, worst offensive line in the NFL. You can't start him. Like, no, if you are not just the worst O-line in the NFL, but one of the worst offensive lines to ever play the game, that's the problem. And I shouldn't need to explain why that's a problem. If the Patriots can be the 25th best offensive line in the NFL, throw Drake Maye out there. Yes. But if you are the worst offensive line, in one of the worst in NFL history, that's where the difference is. You're comparing apples to oranges, my guy. Again, it's not just last in the NFL, bud. It's one of the worst in NFL history. Did he get this? Bro, if Jalen Polk came up with this play, he was sandwiched between 2 defenders. Looks like it was going to be an interception. Did he survive the ground? No. Okay, so it looked like he could have had it, but they officially ruled that Jalen Polk didn't have the ball, went out of bounds, or at least didn't survive the ground. And so the 49ers are going to get the ball. This is still a 13-27 game. You don't know the NFL history. Stop it. You're a 2000s baby. What's your point? You do realize there's statistics before I was born, right? You do realize that there's numbers before I was born. You realize that there's rankings, there's percentages from before I was born. You know that this is a fact, right? This isn't my opinion saying that this is one of the worst in NFL history. If the Patriots keep up what we've seen through 4 weeks now, yes, this will be one of the worst in NFL history, statistically by numbers. Look it up, buddy. Oh, we got a Saints fan in here. Let's go. His knee hit in bounds. Y'all dumb. Inbounds? Out of bounds? I don't know. How I'm watching this game basically lagged out while they were showing the replay. So I got to look back for sure. But nonetheless, it doesn't matter because they didn't get it. Easy to say stats that you don't look up. I have looked it up. Dude, media members have said the same thing. Negan dog, instead of running your mouth, bro, how about you prove that the Patriots actually don't have one of the worst offensive lines in the history of the game? Go ahead and look that up. How about you prove that to me? Because the numbers back it up, dog. Right now, you're just saying things that aren't true. You're done, kid. You're done. Carr looked good the first 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks, he went to being crap. I saw the Saints lose today, bro. I want to go back and I actually want to look at the box score for that. Because did Shaheed get in the mix? Because whenever Shaheed doesn't get in the mix, then you guys lose. Like last week, you guys didn't look like a good team against the Eagles, at least offensively, and that's part of why the Saints lost. Shaheed didn't do anything. Through 2 weeks, when Shaheed did do something, you guys won. Trey comes in and says, arguing with Negan, not worth the migraine. Stop. Look, man, when people say things that aren't true, I got to put them in their place. You know, when something isn't true and it's backed up by statistics and you're basing what you say off of opinion, I got to put you in your place, which is why I think Negan is for sure a Jets fan. I think you guys were right. He is definitely a Jets fan because Jets fans, for some reason, they don't believe in stats. They believe in opinions. Ooh, Bucks win in the division. Interesting. Bucks looked good today. Bucks looked really good. But at this point, this game is just about over there. The Niners are just trying to put this game away at this point. So, I mean, we have about 5 minutes left in the game, and that's just what we're going to see. We're just going to see, essentially, the Niners run the ball as much as possible and put this one away. Brock Purdy's 277 yards in this game. 88 yards for Mason. 77 yards for Jawan Jennings. The numbers are high, but realistically, again, the Patriots allowing the 49ers to 20 points, it's not that bad. Oh, Gonzo goes for the INT, and ball's just too far away. He wanted holding on that, doesn't get it. Gonzo's still on the ground, not understanding how he didn't get that holding call. But that's 4th and 10. So Patriots are going to get the ball back here after Purdy took a shot down the sidelines. Yeah, Gonzo was looking for offensive pass interference there. Didn't get it. Oh, shoot. Can y'all hear the game? I didn't know y'all could hear the game. Y'all shouldn't be able to hear the game. Yeah, it's okay. Even if it was offensive pass interference anyway, it wouldn't have changed the trajectory of the game. And, I mean, it was 4th down anyway. They didn't get it, so it's whatever. I like the Patriots, the Lakers, and the Yankees. You are everywhere around the globe, aren't you? 30-10. When did they get 30? Am I missing something? Oh, they went for the field goal? There we go. Now I'm caught up. Or 30-13, rather. All right, so now the defense has allowed 23 points. 23 points this defense has allowed. Not great. Definitely not great. But definitely could have been worse. Maye is coming in, I think. Let's see. I'd put Drake Maye in. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. Put him in. I mean, I don't know. This game's out of reach anyway. If anything, they might say Drake Maye gets one drive, just like they did last week. They might not want to put him out there for too long. But at least right now, he has the earpiece in, so. Colby, thank you for realizing that this is a process. Trust this process with a rookie head coach, rookie quarterback, and rookie wide receivers will be a different story in 2026, though. Here's the hoping. Honestly, here's the hoping that the Patriots can even be a dark horse team next year, right? Like, that's what we're hoping for. And I'm not putting that out of the conversation. But yeah, like right now, thinking that the team was going to be good this year, trying to put all your marbles into the table, start panicking so that the Patriots could be good this year. That's how you become a bad team. That's how the Titans are going to be a bad team. They put all their marbles into the basket this offseason, and look it. They look like a terrible team. What are the other football scores right now? Football scores. Right now, it's 10-10, the Chiefs and the Chargers, 20-16, Raiders and Browns. Not too many games going on right now. Jacoby goes off to Antonio Gibson, who's running down the sideline. Go, 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 go. Antonio Gibson. Oh, man, let me tell you, if that safety wasn't there, Antonio Gibson would have been down in the end zone to make this a 20-30 game. but still a massive gain for the Patriots to Antonio Gibson. Patriots well past the 50. What a run. What a run after the catch by Gibson. That's why you give him space to run. They're going to give the ball up here to Gibson again. He's going to get, looks like about 3. There's a 49ers player down. So he's going to get 4 here, actually. 49ers player down, so it looks like I'm going to have to take a quick break. My man. A touchdown to end it would be good going into the next game. We play Miami, right? Miami definitely isn't the team that the Niners are. And I'll be curious to see what they look like with Huntley tomorrow. Keep in mind, too, the Dolphins, they're going to be on a short week. Let's look at this real quick. So, or not the Niners. The Dolphins are going to be on a short week. This next game is going to be at home for New England. So, the Patriots will play next Sunday, a 1 o'clock slate against Miami. Miami plays tomorrow night. So, it's going to be a quick turnaround for them, and they have to travel to Gillette. And they're probably not going to have Tua in this game either. Sounds like they're not going to have Tua. So, that could be a win game for the Patriots. That could be a game that gets the Patriots back into the dub column. Now, it's an in-division game, and those are always tough, but definitely possible. Sorry, Noah. Sorry. Noah, buddy, I forgot that you were a Dolphins fan for a minute there. I didn't mean to give you like any PTSD or anything. But Noah just confirmed they don't have Tua for that game, so that's going to be an interesting game. That's going to be an interesting game. That's the Patriots' second season game. Home game, I should say. So Jacoby drops back. Jacoby under pressure. Jacoby's going to run for it. And then what the hell is he doing? He had nothing but green grass in front of him. He starts running. And then as 2 defenders closing in on him, stops running in his tracks to try to pass the ball. Dude, run. Run and slide, bro. You're not fast. But just run and pick up yardage. You're roughly outside of the 10 yards before you're in the end zone. You need to get in the end zone here. Make a play. It is now 3rd and 6. Terrible play by Jacoby. Jacoby under pressure, strip sack. The ball is loose. Looks like Gibson just like hit the ball and kept running. I don't know what he was doing there. And the Niners and Bosa come up with the ball. Jacoby on these last 2 plays, horrific, dude. So he gets strip sacked here, which I don't really put on him. Demario Douglas has the ball right in him, like bounce up to him, and then just watches the ball. Clearly doesn't know that it's a turnover. And then he gets strip sacked. So any potential the Patriots had at winning this game is officially out the door now. Patriots could have made this a 20-30 game. They would have lost anyway, but I mean, you are right there. You are just outside of 10 yards away from putting up 7 points and you turn over the ball. And people want Travis Hunter as the first pick. Dude, yeah, this one hurts. I don't understand the Travis Hunter love. He's a great player. He's a great corner. He's a great wide receiver. He's fire at the collegiate level, but we've seen players before that play multiple positions and they just don't adapt to the NFL. We're going to have a historically high pick. Well, I shouldn't say historically because we just had the 3rd overall pick, but we're going to have a top 10 pick, I should say. Let's do right by it. Depending on where the Patriots finish in terms of seeding by the end of the year, they could potentially trade down, get extra high-end draft capital, and still get a top offensive tackle. That's what it should be. Travis Hunter, to me, who is the guy that we saw? I think it was Isaiah Simmons that came out that played like linebacker and corner and all these different things, and he didn't work out because he couldn't hone in on one craft. That's kind of the same thing for me. He could be great, but I got too much worries to where we're in a rebuild. We need to hit on that first pick. I don't want any chances on us not being able to hit on them. Again, too, you took 2 wide receivers in the draft last year. They're not getting production right now because you don't have an offensive line that can block up long enough to help out your passing game. I also think that there'll be opportunities for them to get a wide receiver 1. Whether that's via trade or hitting the open market, like, who is it? Name's escaping me right now. So I do think T. Higgins, unless he gets traded at the trade deadline, he's going to hit free agency. And then Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper sounds like he very well could hit the open market in free agency also at the end of the season. Colby, Will Campbell will save us. I'm hearing Banks might actually be the first offensive tackle taken off the board. I like Will Campbell too, but I'm hearing Banks might be OT1 by the end of this. Dude, Jawan Jennings is having a crazy game, man. He's going to put up like 80, 90 some yards by the end of this. See, I don't think Devontae Adams will actually play for the Patriots. I think if he's unhappy with his situation with the Raiders, he's not going to be happy coming to the Patriots. Kobe, you are going to lose your stuff when I tell you the offensive line stats on your post-game stream. Tell me right now, is the rate higher than it was last week? Because the rates increased every single week. The pass rush rate the offensive line has allowed has gone up every single week. Did it go up again this week? Are we looking at like 65, 70%? Much higher. Why shouldn't the Patriots put in Drake Maye yet? Because we're allowing a 70% pressure rate offensively. Like, what do you mean? Ay. PG, do you think we could trade down in the draft next year and get multiple starting O-line pieces, a tackle and center? So what I would do is if I'm the Patriots, I'm trading down, depending on where we finish, because that depends. You don't want to trade down too much and then you can't get your franchise tackle. That has to be priority 1. But if the Patriots finish high enough, they can trade down a few spots, get their offensive tackle, get extra draft capital, and now maybe they can get a star edge defender, or they double up at tackle, something like that, right? Because ideally you want Michael Onwenu to get put back to right guard next year so that he doesn't have to play tackle. He's a decent starting right tackle. He's an all-pro right guard. You want to get him back to playing there. But I think Josh Uche's gone after this season, and they're going to need somebody opposite of Keon White. Dietrich Wise also might not be back. He's in contract year and getting older. If the Patriots' philosophy is getting younger, they might not want to bring back Dietrich Wise, which is part of why they moved on from Judon. So I think edge defender is going to be a big priority for the Patriots this offseason, to where if you have multiple first-round picks, or even if they want to trade it back end of the first round, I could see it going like offensive tackle, edge defender. Just like I said, we will get the number 1 pick in the 2025 draft. I still don't think we do. I still think that there's teams that are worse than the Patriots. I think the Titans will be worse than the Patriots. I think that the Panthers are still going to be worse than the Patriots. So it's going to be interesting. They're going to have a top 10 guaranteed pick. But where in the top 10? That's the question. Yeah, the Jags too, right? Noah, the Jags haven't won a single game so far. So it's definitely going to be interesting. There's a lot of bad teams so far. The Bengals just finally won their first game. That was last week. Colby, Demontre Jacobs, by the way, Demontre Jacobs taking his first start at tackle. That's who the Patriots picked up off of waivers just a few weeks ago, before the season started. but he has easily been the worst offensive line in pass protection today. 39 pass blocking snaps, 10 pressures, 1 sack, 2.8 seconds average time to pressure. That is absolutely absurd. Take a picture of that. Left tackle just gets worse and worse for New England. Guys, who thought that we would be saying we need Vidarian Lowe back? Who thought that? Who thought that we would be asking for Vidarian Lowe back? I think next week, if healthy, the offensive line is going to be Vidarian Lowe at left tackle. It's tough. I'm going to say guard is where it gets interesting, because I think your best guard is taking Layden Robinson out and then putting Michael Jordan and Sidy Sow. But do they want to put Sow back at right guard where he was last year, or do they want to put him at left guard where he is in this game and where they've been repping him this entire offseason and where he played in college? So I'm going to go with Lowe, or not Lowe, but Sow goes in at left guard, David Andrews at center as long as he's healthy. Left guard is, oh my God, Mason's killing us right now. But right guard is Michael Jordan. Right tackle is Michael Onwenu. I think that's probably your best offensive line right now. Ray says, Wolf signed Chukwuesekor for. What a joke. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the signing. Obviously in hindsight, it didn't work out. I don't hate the signing, but I hate that they thought that he was going to be a starting piece for them. That was their big addition on the offensive line. That's the problem. If you brought him in as a depth piece, okay. But if you brought him in thinking that he was going to be your big offensive addition that made the difference to the O-line, that's a problem. But guys, that's going to be it. Game is going to be finished up here 13-30. What did the Jets lose by to the Niners, by the way? Just curiosity. So the Jets lost to the Niners 19-32. So it's a very, very similar outcome, by the way, to what it was. Very, very similar outcome with the same people, the same bodies. Patriots lost slightly worse, but overall, very, very similar scores from this game that the Patriots lost and when the Jets lost to the Niners week 1. How about that, Jets fans? How about that? But guys, that is going to be it for today. We are going post-game. Post-game is going to be, I know I forgot to put up the stream, but post-game is going to be 7:16 now. Somewhere between 7:45 and about 8 o'clock. Between 7:45 and 8 o'clock. In fact, let's shoot for 8. So about 8 o'clock is when we are going to be going post-game here on YouTube with Rob from House Call. So we will be back here at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So a little less than an hour. If you guys want to go ahead and check out my immediate thoughts right now, go ahead and download the Bleacher Report app and check me out there under the Patriots section. But I appreciate you guys for watching, tuning in. I know this was a tough game. Nobody really wanted to be here and talk and listen about the Patriots. I understand that, but we play the in-division rival Miami Dolphins next week. That is going to be a good game. That's going to be a fun game. One the Patriots could definitely win. We'll talk about that game throughout the week, though. I appreciate you guys for watching, as always. And, of course, never forget, go Pats.